Hello all you fine beautiful people, I'm back here once again with another reaction, and today I'm going to be doing a sort of sidelong reaction to A Night on the Town by Rod Stewart. If you're new to the channel, I'll play it all the way through, stopping after each song and kind of giving my thoughts and opinions after each song. I'm debating whether I'm gonna do this all at once, then split it up into part 1, part 2, but we'll see how it goes. So the reason I decided to do this is, quite honestly, I feel with some of these songs, they move and flow so well into some stuff that doing a sidelong makes more sense than just a single song here and there. So I thought, you know what? And it works easier with a lot of older records where there is vinyls. Now, I know some of the newer stuff where it's been transferred to vinyl, I could probably find the vinyl version and kind of split it up into 2 parts. But I thought, you know what? Let's start with this one. I've heard First Cut is the deepest off this album. That's the only song I've heard off of it so far. So it's pretty much going to be the first 4 tracks. Tonight's the Night, The First Cut's the Deepest, Fool for You, and The Killing of Georgie, part 1 and 2. So I thought, you know what? Let's give this a listen and see how it sounds. I know Rod Stewart's voice. My mom, Rod Stewart's one of her favorite artists. I've never really sat down and ever listened to him to any great depth. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a listen, see how it sounds. So without further ado, here it is. We're going to start off with Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be Alright by Mr. Rod Stewart.
From my window, stay away from my back door, disconnect the telephone line, relax baby and draw that blind. Kick off your shoes and sit right down. Loosen up that pretty French gown. Let me pour you a good long drink. Ooh, baby, don't you hesitate, 'cause tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright, 'cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Come on, angel, my heart's on fire. Don't deny your man's desire. You'd be a fool to stop this tide. Spread your wings and let me come inside, 'cause tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright, 'cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Say a word, my virgin child. Just let your inhibitions run wild. The secret is about to unfold upstairs before the night's too old. Tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright, 'cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Oh, shit,
Dieu, qu'est-ce qu'il va dire, maman? Mon amour, viens plus près, embrasse-moi. Oh, je t'adore beaucoup. Cette nuit est la nuit. Oh, oui, cette nuit est la nuit. Oh, je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime. Oui, oh.
Would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken just all that I have. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut cut is the deepest. But when it comes to making love, she's worse. When it comes to making love, she's worse. I still want you by my side, just to help me hide the tears that I cried. But I'm sure gonna give you a ride. And if you wanna try to love again, baby, I'll try to love again. But I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know first cut is the deepest. When it comes to making love, she's worse. When it comes to making love, she's worse. Would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken almost all that I had. But if you wanna try to love again, baby, I'll try to love again. But I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. The first cut is the deepest.
Oh, that drumming. So that was the first cut is the deepest. Right off the bat, I say heard before, could hear it 1,000 more times. Absolutely love that track. Absolutely beautiful, sublime. One thing I like about it is the guitar work in it. It's a very intricate kind of guitar work going on where you have the acoustic guitar one end, you have another guitar. Then as you go through, you have a guitar solo, which to me, one thing I love about this is the guitar solo in the song and how it's very soft, melodic, moving. It works very well with this. It's a really good song. Like, one thing I'll say about the first two songs I just noticed is parts of it, like the drums are really heavy throughout this. The bass is very heavy. It's acoustic, it's kind of soft, but it still has that rock and roll punch where it'll just punch in the face. Like at the end of the song, you're hearing like the drummer like kind of going into it, and it works fantastically. I think also what really works with Rod Stewart is his voice. Even though it's beautiful at points, it still has that rough, kind of gritty feeling to it, and it works throughout the context of the song. Once again, you get strings in here, guitars, bass drums, and yeah, it's a really cool song. Like, Cat Stevens' lyrics to this are pretty much about like a woman and man who get together. They love each other, but then it feels like they find out they're just not compatible. And I always love that line, the first cut is the deepest. Because when you're kind of fighting with one another, you usually say something you don't mean. And it's usually that first thing you say, you're like, damn it, I wish I could take that back. But it really is a beautiful song. Really is. And Rod Stewart, like, man, he is... I listen to these first two songs, it's like, yeah, Rod Stewart has a great voice for what he's doing. And I have to say, I'm excited to hear the next song, which is Fool for You. So can't wait to hear this one. See if it keeps up the momentum. So far, 2 songs in, really enjoying it. So here it is, Fool for You by Mr. Rod Stewart.
Hey baby, I gotta leave you. By the time you read this letter, I'll be out of your life, gone forevermore, but I guess I'll survive. I'm gonna leave my records and a forwarding address. Ain't you glad, honey, that I'm off of your chest? You said you wanted Paris, Rome and Saint-Tropez, perfume by Chanel, and a ring by Cartier. But I gave you headaches with my old-fashioned way. But that's all irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. I'm a fool for you, baby. Pride won't let me stay. I'm a fool for you, honey, and I'll come back in a day. Guess I'll always love you all my life. Yeah, baby. You can keep your strides, bottles and the rents. You're my everything, but now you're my end. It may be over, but just before I go, I can make a new start, but I can't mend a broken heart. So when I read about you in all the national press, on the arm of so-and-so, I may get depressed. 'Cause I tried to love you, but I didn't fit in. I came on the dust, I'll leave on the wind. I'm a fool for you, baby. My pride won't let me stay. I'm a fool for you, honey. I'll come back any day. I'm a fool for you, baby. I don't care what your friends say. I'm a fool for you, honey, and that's the way I'll stay. I guess I'll always love you all my life. So long, baby.
So that was Fool for You by Rod Stewart. Wow, what a song. Right off the bat, like, I love the use when you hear, like, a lot of kind of popular tunes, a little bit down. The use of organ gives it a whole nother flair. The song as well also kind of has what feels like kind of a funky rhythm throughout it, and I really, really enjoy this song. Great thing about Rod here, and I've noticed this through the first 3 songs, is exactly how he uses like his lyrics and everything to just paint this mental picture in your mind. You can visualize throughout the whole thing what he's talking about, what he's saying. Like, hey baby, I gotta leave you. By the time you read this letter, I'll be out of your life, gone forever, gone forevermore, but I guess I'll survive. I'm gonna leave you my records and a forwarding address. Ain't you glad, honey, that I'm off your chest? Sorry about that. You said you wanted Paris, Rome, and Saint-Tropez. Perfume by Chanel and a ring by Cartier. But I gave you headaches with my old-fashioned ways. But that's all irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. Like, it's really an interesting way of painting pictures of just 2 completely different people. Like, this feels a lot, at least to the first songs, about love, falling out of love, what happens after love. It's just really cool. And the way Rod is able to really have these really catchy lyrics or courses throughout. Really interesting. I like the guitar work in this. Like, there's parts that's like the drums, like, it still sounds heavy. It's softer, but it keeps that kind of rock and roll punch, and I love it. I pretty much can't wait to listen to the rest of the album. Now we're moving on to song number 4, which doesn't sound like it's going to be a song about love. It's called The Killing of Georgie, Part 1 and 2. So I'm really excited to hear how this sounds. Now, I know this is the last song of the side. I might record the other side and upload it maybe tomorrow, or another day. Gonna see how it goes, but let's start off with The Killing of Georgie Part 1 and 2 by Mr. Rod Stewart.
Oh yeah. In these days of changing ways, so-called liberated days, a story comes to mind of a friend of mine. Georgie boy was gay, I guess, nothing more or nothing less, the kindest guy I ever knew. His mother's tears fell in vain. The afternoon George tried to explain that he needed love like all the rest. Paul said there must be a mistake. How can my son not be straight after all I've said and done for him? On a Greyhound bus, cast out by the ones he loves, a victim of these gay days, it seems. Georgie went to New York town, where he quickly settled down and soon became the toast of the Great White Way. Accepted by Manhattan's elite, in all the places that were chic, no party was complete without George. Along the boulevards he cruised, and all the old queens blew a fuse. Everybody loved Georgie boy. I saw George alive was in the summer of 75. He said he was in love. I said, I'm pleased. George attended the opening night of another Broadway hype that split before the final curtain fell. Deciding to take a shortcut home, arm in arm, they meant no wrong. A gentle breeze blew down Fifth Avenue. Dark inside street came a New Jersey gang with just one aim, to roll some innocent passerby. There ensued a fearful fight, screams rung out in the night. George's head hit a sidewalk cornerstone. A leather kid, a switchblade knife, who did not intend to take his life. He just pushed his luck a little too far that night. The sight of blood dispersed the gang. A crowd gathered, the police came. An ambulance screamed to a halt on 53rd and 3rd. George's life ended then, but I ask, who really cares? George once said to me, and I quote, he said, never wait or hesitate. Get in, kid, before it's too late. You may never get another chance. 'Cause youth's a mask, but it don't last. Live it long and live it fast. Georgie was a friend of mine.
So that was The Killing of Georgie Part 1 and 2. Wow, what a song. Very interesting. Like, you can tell Rod had a personal connection to this Georgie guy just by the way he sings about it. And it's really interesting. Like, this is 1976, I believe this is written. And Rod is just talking about his friend Georgie, who is gay. From the sounds of it, he came out to his parents. Pretty much got kicked out or left home, goes to New York, becomes the toast of the town. And one night, just after Broadway performance, I guess, went home or left early, took a shortcut, and got killed. It's really interesting listening to this and hearing like the musical parts of the song. Like, there's something that I always remember. I believe it was the Daily Doug said that if you're going to write a song with a political message or something very poignant you want to say, always kind of have like a catchy chorus where you can have like audience participation, and it really shows up here, and that's where I think the do kind of stuff always comes out of it. Really interesting. It is a really, really interesting song. And like the rest of the song or album so far has really told a story. Like, Rod's very descriptive. And I love how upbeat this is for a song that's about the killing of somebody. It's very upbeat, very the acoustic guitar works well in there. You have strings and stuff. You have a little bit of electric guitar in there. Just a really cool song, like, to really listen to. And yeah, Rod Stewart, like, makes me want to check out more Rod Stewart, like, after this album. Like, that's one thing I'll say. Rod Stewart, like, it's something I've never really thought about going to listening to his music. Like, I always thought, like, my mom loved his music, but we never really listened to much music at home, and I could see why people really like Rod Stewart. Like, he is a really good songwriter. Like, that's one thing I'll give him. His voice absolutely works well with this. Yeah, it's really, really awesome to listen to. It makes me want to actually check out the rest of this album. So I'm not sure if I'm going to film it tonight or another night, but I think I'm going to record part 2 to this album, because I just wanted to keep it per side. Usually if you try and do it all at once, then it usually gets blocked, and then the process to get it unblocked is a lot of work. So anyone who knows me knows that I just like filming and just reacting, kind of minimal editing. That's what I'll say. But so far, I'll have to say, side 1, I absolutely love it. I would say it's up there. Like, it's a great side. But anyway, that's my thoughts and opinions. I'd love to know what you guys think of these 4 tracks. Tonight's the Night, Gonna Be Alright, The First Cuz the Deepest, Fool for You, and The Killing of Georgie. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? Please comment down below. Once again, I have to say thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. This is me here signing out. Peace.